Hello, everyone. Listen, welcome to CJ's World. Not CJ's World. I'm just making up a blog name right now, but we may not even use that. But I'm starting these blogs now. Most of them are, just different things that's going on with me and fun things that we can talk about. Sometimes I may be going live on Facebook, and I want you guys to tune in and give me your feedback. So if you see it on Facebook, see me live on Facebook, come on in. If not, get on my YouTube channel and comment below. Tell me what you think. I do read them. In there also I will have my email. Let me know what you think. Talk to me. Let's talk about different things that we're going through. Let's talk about life, and sometimes we can bring that subject up. All right, listen. But while I'm on here, I just want to say, tell you about a situation that happened to me on yesterday. Yesterday morning. Well, lately, I've been praying to God, asking God to help me with my attitude, help me with my demeanor, help me with the way that I talk to people and all. And because I understand that sometimes I can go off, and the way my attitude look, I could be a little mean. I understand that, and I also put this as my status on Facebook, so some of you probably already read it. But I've been praying to God, asking God for those different things, recently, and asking Him to change me one step at a time. And then one of the main things, like I said, is my attitude. Am I presenting myself, godly before people? Am I, why do people try to turn away from me because of the way I present myself or my attitude or whatever? And like I said, yeah, I admit sometimes it can be rude because it used to be like that, but I've been working on it, asking God to do better with it and help me with my attitude, help me, with my facial expressions, help me to work on those and different things like that. But yesterday morning, I went into a renter center store, and going in there, my grandfather is getting ready to have like a little festival, and we're just trying to find some bullhorns to use for the festival. And I was going in there to ask the guy, hey, do you have some bullhorns, blah blah blah, but he said he was busy. Do we have anything to leave for him? What I was going to say to him was, yes, we do have some things. This is what I was going to say. So listen, I was going to say, well, I do have a brochure of everything, the list of things that's going on there. And I understand the guy was busy, whatever. I understand that. But I told him I do have a list of things of what's going on here, bam, bam, bam. And I know you want us to come back, but I was just going to ask, do you have a bullhorn, yes or no? If not, that'll save us from coming back. If so, we could talk about a time of coming. And that's what I was going to say to him, but he was so busy, he was just like, do you have something to leave? So I was like, about to tell him what I was going to tell you. Like I just told you, I was going to tell him. I said, well, do you have something you want to leave? And I'm like, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Sit here thinking to myself, like, did this man just get loud for me? And he was like, I'm sorry, I'm not being rude, but I mean, I'm just busy, and right now I don't need the attitude. That's his particular words to me, like I was a child. And I'm so struck as into, this man did not just talk to me like I'm some child of his. But the whole time he was just going off, upset. He's busy, mad, telling me I have a nasty attitude. And my grandfather was on, this is my grandson, blah, blah, blah. And he was going on, well, I don't need the grandson attitude. Now, yeah, I was trying to tell you I'm busy, but you want to have poke about it, I'd be like, and I'm sitting here like, still shocked, like this man really do not know. And so that's when it caught me that it was like God saying, CJ, shut up. CJ, I said CJ, shut up. Don't you dare say one word. And all I could do was just tell this man, thank you. Okay, thank you. Smiled and said thank you. Basically, I didn't need his service no more. But he just kept going on and on, kept going on and doing this and like that. And I mean, just kept being extra, showing out in front of his coworkers, showing out in front of other employees there. And all I was said was thank you. So I was just like, I don't really need his service now. Meanwhile, all of that was taking place after I walked out the store. And I just walked out with a smile on my face and said to myself, I just rather go somewhere else to find what I need. And that was that. And I was so proud of myself. I was so proud of myself. Sometimes we get to the point where we doing things that God asks us to do, and once we do it, we are like excited. Like, I didn't, blah, blah, blah. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I just did what I was told, and I go on about my business. So I did that. Went out the store, blah, blah, blah. Then, the funny feeling came over me. Like that whole day after, I felt low. I felt bad about it. I felt sad. Why in the world did I let this man talk to me down like I'm a child? And the last time I dealt with this situation, I was working for people, and they just talked to me like I was a dog, and I didn't say much because I didn't want it to interfere with my money. And I knew what kind of people those were. I knew what kind of people they were. Excuse my language, y'all. I knew what kind of people they were. And even outside of work, I still didn't want it to interfere with my money because I knew what kind of people they were. And it just bothered me the whole day. I felt so low. I didn't want to be bothered with nobody. I was like, that just really bothered me. I mean, I'm being honest. You guys, let's be honest about these things. Have you ever dealt with a situation where God told you to do some things and then you did it, but then after you did, you'd be like, okay, now God, really, was it really you? Was it really you speaking? Was it really you talking to me? Have you ever felt like that? So, and that's where I was. I was like, God, I did it, but why do I feel so low? Why do I feel so down? Why do I feel so heartbroken? Because I let this man down talk me. Now, the old me, Shama, the old me would have really, jumped across that counter and beat him to he yelled the blood of Jesus. And, I mean, it would have been no comeback for that. But God is still working. He didn't allow me to give up. God blocked it. So, anyway, like I said, that really, tore me down yesterday. I mean, today was a better day. But I got over it. But I'm saying all that to say this. Sometimes when we're doing stuff for God, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel perfect for Him. But sometimes we just have to do it. Because in the result, God will reward you for what you've done. And so I'm thankful for where He's, taking me and where He's doing in my life. And not for the places that He's taking me, blah, blah, blah. But I'm talking about for the change in me. Doing different things like that. So I encourage you all to listen to the voice of God. Listen to the voice of God. Let Him speak to you. Let Him speak through you. Understand that every conversation or every, argument doesn't need I don't know how they say it, retaliation, something like that. I don't know. But every argument doesn't need a response. How about that? Yeah. Doesn't need a response or whatever. Doesn't need it. Just let it be. We got to set our pride aside. We got to set the way we feel about ourselves aside. Because, y'all, I was down. I had to set some things aside, but be encouraged. Let God fight it. Let God handle it. Because I remember one time this happened before where I was working 2 jobs, and one of the jobs I lost because I told the guy I wasn't feeling well. I wasn't, doing right. I'm sorry. I wasn't feeling well, and it just didn't feel right coming in to work all sick up. And yeah, I understand I should have called, but I just didn't because I didn't have the strength to call using my phone one day. And this was a while back. But they fired me. He showed out. He talked to me loud in front of the employees. That was that Friday. That Monday morning, that business was on the news, and they shut that building down because the owner, the same person that fired me, didn't want to give people their check. So everybody walked out there. They shut the building down because they didn't have nobody to run the systems. So I'm telling you, God works. God works. And I'm not saying that I'm looking for something to happen to this guy and his business after Rent A Center. No. I'm just saying, again, listen to the voice of God. Everything doesn't need a response. Alright? But anyway, I want you guys to comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what is your opinion on this situation. And get back at me, okay? I love you. And look forward to hearing from you again. Or look forward to talking to you again. Y'all, baby, this is my first vlog, so it ain't gonna be cute. Peace.